Oh
Doggy
God,
dreams.
I had a. Oh man, I was sitting in my chair. This had to be like a month ago. Um, I felt like I don't know how to explain this. So if you're wearing a shirt that's maybe kind of an older shirt, it's a t-shirt, short sleeve, and kind of in the armpit area, if a piece of thread kind of it's threading
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it'll
yeah,
like tickle your arm a little bit. I got that
yeah.
feeling, and I just thought it's just a piece of string coming off my shirt, and I went and grabbed it, and it was a spider. It wasn't a very big spider, but like I wasn't expecting it. So when I grabbed it, I like pulled it out, and then I looked into my hand. I was holding a spider. It freaked the shit out of me. Jumped right out of the chair.
I've got heaps of spider story. Like when one of my little cousins, third cousin or some shit, when he was still a baby in his nappies and diapers,
Mhm.
his mum changed it and found I think it was called a Wolfgang spider, a wolf spider.
Yeah, I know. I know about the wolf
You know, wolf spider.
spiders.
Yeah, there was a big one. I think it was wolf spider just sitting in his nappy
Ugh,
diaper, and then he had all the rash all over him. Like
that's
it must be.
horrifying. Hey everybody, it is Dak here from the Ed Boys, and welcome to episode 6 of our Road to 120 Invention. At the end of the last episode, I was talking about starting a pretty large supply run, and it starts out with needing 45,000 vibrant energies. So that's what I've been working on for a while, and that's what you're going to be seeing the end of here for just a little bit. 45,000 vibrant energy is kind of wild. It definitely took, I don't know, I would say 18 to 20 hours, so kind of a long time, but it's an AFKable thing, so it was a long time of me not really having to pay much attention to it. And I'll admit, if I had paid more attention to it, if I took a little bit less AFK, I probably would have taken less time, but in the long run, here we are. We've landed at about 45,000 vibrant energy. This is just the beginning of a pretty large supply run. After this, I will be going to mine some gold, and after that I will be going to mine some gems, and that is probably all you're going to see visually for this episode. I still have a lot of supplies to gain after that, so in all reality it's probably going to be 2 or 3 episodes after this that I'm collecting the supplies, and then we're getting right back into invention where we can grind out disassembling all of these supplies that I've gathered, and then of course we're going to be working on augmenting a weapon and training that weapon up to, I believe, level 5 is the max I can get right now. It's possible but that by that time I increase that, but I kind of doubt it at this point. So that's kind of the plan moving forward. As you can see, I've jumped into mining some gold. I do have a couple of portents that I'm using here. Porters. I say portents. Porters. Sign a porter. This will teleport the gold back to the bank for me. I only had a few of them, and honestly the reason that I got the vibrant energy is because I plan on making some of my own porters. That's even the reason why we're mining some gold at the moment. So that is the current plan. That's what we're looking forward to in the future. One thing that I'd like to bring up, I feel like I got to bring this up pretty consistently because I want you guys to keep asking some questions for the Q&As. Keep piling them in. The more the merrier. You guys have been doing great so far. I do appreciate that. It's been a pretty solid section of the series is the Q&A. It is very likely that you guys are wondering what the 2 stories you heard at the beginning of the episode were. This episode is our first interview. I have a good friend of mine, Steels, showing up on the show today, and that was just a couple of the off-topic stories that I pulled from the interview. The spider stories. Oh gosh, he lives in Australia, so he's got some solid spider stories. I think most of his were a little bit better than mine. I have spider stories, but they're all like really weak, really just me being a wuss about spider stories. So his were a little more solid. Overall, the interview was a lot of fun, and you're going to be hearing that in the second half of the episode. But before we get into that part, I do kind of want to jump back to the topic of the supply runs. When I was doing Vibrant Energy, it's clearly not the top energy I can do. I can't even think of the name of the best energy I can do. Whichever one is at level 80, because I have 80 divination. But at Vibrant Energy, even though I decided, I'm going to be using them instead of selling them, I was making about 500 to 600k an hour, pretty AFK. That's not. I'm sure there's people out there saying, well, whatever, you're only making 500k an hour. For AFK, that's survivable. I don't mind making 500k an hour. That's pretty good for not having to pay much attention. And I'm sure that's going to increase if I was doing higher level energies, since they are worth more money. So in terms of collecting supplies, some of the supplies that are really expensive or difficult to collect, I'm probably going to plan on buying them, and eventually I'll be running out of money. I only have a little over 40 mil, and that's not going to take us all the way to 120 invention. So some of the money making that I will be doing during the series, probably a really large chunk of it, is going to be divination, because I'll get a little bit of divination XP. Turns out it's decent money, and it's pretty AFK, so it'll end up adding up pretty well. I'll be able to buy some more expensive and rare items to disassemble, which overall adds up to better XP and possibly some more rare pieces and components for disassembling, for our materials bag, excuse me. Other than that, that's all I really have to say right now, so we're going to jump into the interview. Alright everybody, I am here with my boy Steels. He has made it. Man is here. How you doing, Steels?
I'm good, mate. Yourself?
I am doing great. I was expecting you to give me some like I'm on my way up kind of thing, but it didn't happen.
I'm moving on up, yeah.
Moving on up. Alright, I got a couple questions for my boy. Where do I want to start? I think I need to start just for obvious reasons on your thoughts on Invention. I kind of give me an idea, just a quick, doesn't have to be much. What are you thinking about it? What have you seen so far that you liked or didn't like?
I don't know too much about it yet, but from what I do know, it seems like how I can see how it can be useful. That's all I really know, actually.
What are your thoughts on
Video.
I don't know how much dungeoneering you've ever done, but
Yeah,
this
I've
is
done a fair bit.
this is the second level to get up to 120, and I know that I was pretty happy with that. I kind of like the idea of 120 because technically the level, like your level is still going up after you get 99. You just don't actually get to see it or get any of the benefits from it, you know?
Yeah. Once you is it 200 mil is 120?
No, I think you can actually get to 127. It's like 104 mil is 120. Actually, with Invention they have a different XP curve, so it's all fucked up. I couldn't tell you what's what.
Yeah, I like that when they released Dungeoneering. They said it can go to 120. I thought they've never really done that before, and I can see how people would like that.
Yeah,
to me, if I have all 99s and I have like 120 right there, it doesn't look right.
I definitely like the idea of I don't know, being able to have a little bit more content in the level, adding those like 21 extra levels. Just gives you a little more freedom to add more things in there, you know. Slayer is a level that I think should go to 120 because then there'd be a lot more new Slayer monsters. It's really the biggest thing there.
Yeah, they can't really chuck in monsters in between the levels they already have now. Because if you go to like say the monsters, it's 5 for crawling hands and 7 for cave bugs. Like can't really just go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Just unlock a brand new monster every single level.
Yeah, like here's 5 new monsters every level, but it's so useless. Yeah.
Like crawling hands. Does anybody out there actually fight crawling hands?
I think the first few times I did, and then I just gave up. It's not worth the XP.
I know that the very first time I did Slayer, I got to 5 with my assignments, and then I finally went to fight crawling hands. It's the only time I think I've ever like really killed them other than an assignment. I went to fight them off of the assignment, and since it was the first Slayer monster I could actually kill, I just assumed that fighting a Slayer monster would give Slayer XP. Very wrong. Very disappointing moment in my life.
Well, you spend a few hours there just killing?
Oh no, I figured it out pretty quickly that I wasn't getting any Slayer XP. Like, God, I've been here all week. I've gotten like 7 attack levels, and I just don't see my Slayer level going up. Alright, I have a pretty serious question for you.
Oh, okay.
A little bit different topic. I want you to build me your dream Subway sandwich.
Put me on the spot.
This is a tough
Oh,
question.
damn. I don't think I can build a perfect. I don't know. I like all Subway, but it's hard.
What's your typical like go-to sandwich?
I usually go for the meatballs straight up if I haven't put much thought into it.
I haven't had a meatball sub in quite a while. I had a spicy Italian today, and let me tell you, good shit.
Oh, now I want a spicy. Damn it.
Yeah, I could always do Subway. I don't think there's ever a time in my life where I'm not feeling Subway.
Yeah, it's all the time. I'll be at work and they say, "What do you want for lunch?" Subway. There's no Subway nearby. We're getting Subway.
Yeah, well, we can find a Subway, trust me.
I've got Google Maps, mate. We'll find a Subway. I can't think of a dream one. No. Can I get everything on at once?
Yeah, man, you could just pile it up. I don't see why not. I got another. I think this is another fairly unfair question. What is like your favorite or most memorable RuneScape moment? I would prefer a big mistake you made in RuneScape. But if you have a more memorable moment, because my more memorable moments are definitely me fucking up, because I just don't forget it.
I hopped on RuneScape to make my character a girl for a joke, and then in my friends clan, everyone actually thought I was a girl. So I'm like, damn. So I made an excuse saying, "Oh, yeah, my friend bet me money to do this and convince everyone." And then one of the guys in the clan found out and leaked my email and stuff to it, and then I had to leave the clan.
Wow,
I done goofed.
You had a much different RuneScape life than I did as a kid. They were mean people. All right, I got one more for you. This one is probably an easy question for anyone to answer, but not because there's one specific answer. Just everyone has a skill that they hate. If you had to remove one skill from RuneScape, just get rid of one of them. Which one are you getting rid of?
I'd probably. I was thinking summoning, but I don't know, because that can be very useful if you're out there doing Slayer.
I know that Fox would be jumping out of his chair to hear you say something like that.
I think construction is probably the most useless skill.
I really like that answer. I was definitely thinking construction was part of the list, because when it really comes down to it, it's not that helpful.
Who wants a fancy house on RuneScape? Like, the last house party I can think of was the Falador Massacre, and that was the worst house party.
That killed more than just people. That killed house parties in general.
I don't know what else. I was gonna say farming, but I like skill farming. It's actually pretty.
I want to say farming because I don't really like training it, but
like the easiest skill I've ever.
Yeah, it's really more about once I get into the role and the routine of consistently doing some farming runs, it goes by pretty quickly and takes very little effort.
Yeah, it takes no time at all. If you're going to go fishing or something, you can just drop in a few trees, wait like 4 hours, come back on, chop them, put more in. That's what I usually do.
It looks like we are out of time, everybody, so I'm going to have to say goodbye to our special guest today, Steels. It was a lot of fun having you on the show. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun being here.
Yeah, I definitely, if I get the chance, which I can't imagine why I wouldn't get the chance, I have all the way to 120 invention, and we all know it's going to take me forever, so if we get another chance, we'll have a Steels interview part 2, as long as you're down with it.
I'm down, but I don't think they'd be down. They're probably sick of hearing my voice by now.
Alright guys, that is your job now, is to tell us if you're down with a Steels part 2. So thank you everybody for joining us today, and I will see you next time.
I'll add Steels 3.
Thank you everyone for watching today's video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to click on that like button and tell us what you enjoyed about it. If you're looking for some more RuneScape videos like this one, then be sure to join the cul-de-sac by subscribing for more. We will see you next time.